I wanted to ask you, when was your introduction to Skrillex? When did you come across Skrillex, man? For me, it was Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites.
I want to say the same. I want to say the same, but I don't know if I heard a track that he had collabed with. I don't know because I'd have to go back and look at all the tracks that he's made before that album. So, but I want to say during that era was pretty much like the whole peak for me. I mean, my introduction.
What did you think of the sound uh that was transpiring from Skrillex like around this time? Because
Bro,
like for me, it kind of I will say this, I wasn't very too attracted to it like at the time because like it's me especially coming across Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites, like that was my kind of attraction too to that form of dubstep. So it was really hard for me to grasp that sound. So I'm wondering, like, what was your experience listening to that Skrillex sound for the first time?
so I was already listening to dubstep like
Oh, all right.
from the rip. Like I was a dubstep head like from the
Mm.
rip, bro. Like even it's crazy. Like when I go back and think about shit sometimes. Like even like when I was in middle school type shit. Like I had a cousin and we like had a laptop that we shared. And we had FL Studio on it. I don't know how we ended up having FL Studio. My cousin got it on there like long ass time ago. Like we were stupid young. And I remember he opened the laptop one day. He was like, check this shit out. And he pushed the button and all I heard was wah, 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 wah. Like, just modulators and shit like that. And he was like, it's dubstep. And I was like, what the fuck? And he was younger than me. And I'm just like, what the fuck did you put on our laptop, bro? That's all I thought at that time. Like, what'd you just put on our laptop, fam? You're gonna break our laptop. It's the only one we have. We're sharing it. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Right.
but like, I just remember after that, like, oh, okay, like, let's look for the sound. And then I had an older sister, right, that had an iPod, like Nano, whatever, shuffle, and she put like dubstep 420 songs on there that smokers would listen to and whatnot.
All right.
So it was very like heavy, like wobbles, like wah 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 wah, like shit like that. So I was listening to that from the
Even before you came across Skrillex, like you
before I
already put
came
on. Yeah, you see, me my I believe like my introduction to dubstep was Scary Monsters.
Skrillex.
Yeah, Skrillex. So
Got
you
you.
already had that. You already had an idea of like what dubstep was going for in that time. Because like for me, that was I thought that
I
was
definitely
dubstep.
knew that wasn't dub. Well, like I definitely knew that was dubstep, but at the same time, I was like, that's different.
So
Like
you're probably
that's
listening to like Dr. P and like Nero and like that kind of like dubstep, or was it like
yeah, no, for sure.
different
But there
other?
was also like I don't know how to explain
Cause you're
it, bro.
saying wobbly, I get that.
Yeah,
I
because
definitely
like
get that.
before, like the EDM scene took like dubstep, bro. Like there was a whole reggae scene, almost like 420 scene that was using those like basses already, like the
Mm.
wah wah wah, like, and they would like be like rapping over it type shit or like singing over it and like or just have very minimal words in it type shit like smoke up 420 like it was shit like that and you'd hear that at like damn, this just goes to show like the type like who the fuck my parents were, but like I remember going to like almost swamp meets like type shit, but they were like 420 swamp meets almost.
Like you were going with your parents to these kind of like.
Something like that, yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
damn.
no,
What's my parents were
no,
taking me?
no, that was not going on, fam. Like
No, well you but that's interesting. All right.
and then when I heard the whole Skrillex and well, I heard Borgor first before any of that, then Excision and a bunch of other shit, right? And then Skrillex came. But Skrillex was more aggressive, bro. Like aggressive and like less bassy. Like if that makes sense. Like it was more like synth based shit that I liked, but then he also had like melody in it and shit like that, which gave it cool structure. And then this is what I didn't realize up until like this point right now. Well, not right now, but like up until recently. It's his drums, bro. Like he has live drums in his shit. Like his drums are fucking clean and pristine and you hear all of it. Like his drum work is apparent in like a lot of music type shit. And I think that was even more apparent in the Scary Monsters and Nice Sprite like album, right? Like that whole the drums are so tightly in there with the synths that you're just like, oh, this hits not just the EDM culture or bass culture, right? It hits like rock, like metalhead and shit too, because that drum work is all of that shit, bro. And like Skrillex kind of like implements that shit in his work, and like it's, I don't know, like that's where like I realized like, oh fuck, like Skrillex is like on a different level than just fucking like making synth work and shit like that. He's not just on the laptop, you know, like he understands like how other shit should sound. Cause like I hear a lot of like underground shit and like those you could tell the drum work is sample based drum work.
Versus live recording, like live play drum work.
Hmm.
I get what you're
And like, but
saying.
some people know how to tighten it up and know how to make it sound really good. I can't do that. Like I know mine's is very like my drum work is very
Like taking digital samples and making it sound like raw, analog, authentic type shit.
Skrillex doesn't do that. Like
Like he's actually taking these live kicks. And
yeah, I don't know if he's actually doing that or not, but like however he makes it sound, you could tell like he understands how it should sound. Like as a drummer, you feel me? Like
yeah.
he understands that element like clear as day from like I said that first album. So like, and then you hear it in the Jack U stuff too. Like it's just like okay, you could hear Skrillex influence on a lot of shit, you know. And I'm just like, okay, but why'd you bring up that question?
About like when did you get introduced by Skrillex?
Yeah.
No, I was just curious. I mean, especially with like the whole buzz of Skrillex coming back with like these new 2 releases with Trippie Redd, Pink Panthers, Fred again, and the other person who's like on the vocals.
Mm-hmm.
I was just wondering, like, when was your introduction to it? Because my introduction, I mean, I think it was just like a random day that I just came across this dubstep track, and it was Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites, and I didn't know what to think of the particular sound that he was doing at the time. And I believe like the evolution from back then to now is it's really crazy to me.
You remember Roughneck Bass?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
never
Roughneck
was
Bass.
released.
Mm-hmm.
It actually turned into a track called like Kaigato or some bullshit like that. You remember?
Yeah,
Like I was so upset.
yeah.
I was so fucking upset. But my bad, I cut you off.
No, you're good. But no, I was just curious to know when you like came across Skrillex, just because this was like back when like 09 and 2010 was hitting. I believe like that's when I was coming across his sound, and seeing that Rumble just came out, especially the other joint. I was just curious, like when did you come across Skrillex? Because
let me
I was
ask
thinking
you.
about I was thinking about that like today. I was like, damn, like when did I come across Skrillex for the first time? Because I just had to go back like in time and be like, damn, like, because I remember it was just like the internet, man. Like there was like no radio. Like it was one of those days where I was on YouTube and I just came across that. Like I wasn't on TikTok. Like the algorithm like back then, like what
You're
like,
on your version of TikTok, bro.
yeah, I mean, I was on SoundCloud and like you had to
On
literally
YouTube.
look. You had to literally look for these kinds of tracks. I mean, it wasn't like some shit that the algorithm was feeding you and like it knew what you liked. You definitely had to go out there and I think it's been real cool to like come across an artist like Skrillex at that time and then now seeing what he's done. But what were you gonna say though? You had a question?
Yeah. What'd you think of the Rumble track? And what type of track is that exactly?
I think it's a cool joint.
What does that mean?
I
Elaborate on cool joint, please.
I think it's a cool project that these 3 artists came together to create a record.
Actually,
like,
let's go on the cool joint part. So, like, we're smoking a joint.
Yeah.
This is cool.
It's a cool joint. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cool joint. That's what I think.
All right, that's it. I remember. Carlos said it's a cool joint.
I think it's a cool joint.
Yeah. I feel the same way. It's a cool joint. It's cool.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's...
Would you, like, pick up this type of joint again?
I smoke it.
You smoke it?
Yeah, I smoke it again.
But would you go pick it up?
When I go pick up this joint again?
Yeah.
I'll probably I'm open these days. I'll probably still look for another joint.
Okay.
I'm open
I
these
feel
days,
you.
bro.
I feel you.
It's just a lot more. There's just a lot more like things.
Different types of joints.
Yeah, there's different types of joints these days now.
For sure.
Like
Some have Keith on it. Some have fucking like racks inside. You feel me? Some have hemp fucking wrap on it type shit. You know, it's different joints. Different joints.
But I mean, I think it's a cool joint to where I want to get that joint and then wrap it with my own joint, if you know what I mean.
I got you.
Because it's not just me that wants to do that. It's been a lot of people that have been trying to grab that joint. Exactly. So
people already made other joints.
I think it's a cool joint. I think from what I hear, a lot of people, they thought that it was going to be more than a cool joint. I think that's what a lot of people were thinking it was going to be.
What do you think people are when you heard that track was coming, he announced it, that it was coming, and it came. When he announced it, what were you initially thinking Skrillex was going to hit us with? All right. What did you think, and then what did you want?
What I believe was going to come out was what we heard. Just like, not that industrial, like underground approach. When you hear this record, like it's not that industrial underground approach. It's it's very like it's relied on the vocals.
It's not even Jack U either, bro. Like,
no, it's not, and it's experimental to where like it has like that EDM like very gritty like bladey synth like that. I think it took it over that vocal, but like for example, a lot of people wanted to get the industrial underground approach from him to where like not that much like the vocal play to build up into that drop and it's just a drop, but like more underground approach because like we were talking about it before we started recording. Like this seems like a big project, a part of a bigger project that's probably like a part of an album, which is maybe like affiliated with the label. So it's coming.
Well, he's like affiliated with the label.
Yeah,
anything he does is.
So he's coming with. So it's like coming with that approach, I believe. And I think a lot of people always try to.
Everything he does has to be.
I think most people want to always try to feel like he's coming out with like that approach of the underground, but I just think that he's already came out with a lot of records in the past 2 years. For me to be like, you know what? I think he's kind of done with the whole industrial underground approach.
Well, like, that track with Josh Penn and Supersonic that came out last year, like that was pretty cool.
I think that's a great joint.
That's
a great joint.
I think that's a fucking that's a hard hitting blunt, bro. Like
yeah, I mean, if it was a blunt, it's hard hitting, bro.
Nah, bro. Skrillex was a joint. I get you. The other track, Rumble, I get you. It's a joint.
Right.
It's a joint.
Right.
That shit's a blunt, bro. Like a fatly packed blunt.
Okay.
Might even be a backwood. It might even be a backwood. It could be a backwood, you know?
No, it probably is a backwood.
You feel me? It's
better than a good joint.
Exactly. And I feel like that could hit though. Like that even has the mainstream aspect to it too. You feel me? Because look, Flume does it. Flume is mainstream, but he still has that underground new approach to what's the fuck is going on. You feel me? But I think this was, and you kind of said this earlier, I think this was good for Fred again more than anything, and maybe the vocalist as well. But I think this does more for a Fred again set. This is a perfect way to bring out Skrillex in a Fred again set. I see, I think I could see that. You feel me? I could understand that. I understand, I guess it couldn't go too far off from what Fred again does, but then it also has to be Skrillex, and maybe this is just what happens when they meet, bro.
I think that's another thing too. That I've noticed when it gets into the collaboration stage with other people, it gets a little different when it's not just Skrillex, Yeah. I think when more people get involved, I think there's just other things that come into play.
I think because, and I could be totally wrong. I think the other person, whoever's collaborating with Skrillex, right, will be all right, let's be creative, right, and let's go different, and they'll try to go into Skrillex's lane or try to be different for Skrillex, or basically I think both of them go in the studio saying let's do different, You feel me?
I can see it happening.
And then they make different, but that different isn't necessarily the banger
that everyone's trying to get out of those two.
Yeah, but they're like, no, like, because we could do that. I feel like because they can't do that, and like they know they can't do that, but they're like, all right, no, let's make a good track that's different. Right. And that Rumble is that. Rumble is that. It's a good different track.
I was gonna say like it's
from them.
It's got the sound like
from them.
I don't think there's a lot of records that sound like Rumble. At least I could say that like at this point. Like, there's not that many tracks.
I could go to Wakan and listen to a few tracks like that, bro. I don't, or like Crewcast. I could go to like that label and listen to shit like that. Like,
oh, I mean,
I think that's a very like London sound.
Yeah,
no?
Yeah, I don't think I've gone through any of those like platforms like that. You're right, maybe I don't.
Like I foresee like.
You say because of the vocals, right? Like get a good like just because of that style of like.
But also though, like that's kind of like I said, what type of track is it?
Yeah.
Is it more DMB or is it dubstep? Like,
it's I'll put it under experimental, bro. I put it under electronic. If I had to put it under something electronic, dude.
I guess.
Like if I don't really if I'm not sure, I'm saying it because I'm not too sure, but yeah, I think electronic I think sounds. All right at the time for me because it has like that. It's a synth. When it comes to the label genre or genre labeling this track, it's a synth that kind of bothers me because like
synth sounds like overseas type shit. Like that just gives me an overseas feel. I don't know why. Like that track.
Like it doesn't bother me like that it's in a track. Like I think like it just bothers me because when you try to label certain records into a genre and then you hear certain elements of the track, you're like but the drums are like this, but the synth's like this, and then it's at this tempo, and it's like, yeah, I think, like, yeah, I'm confused. As to
I just think overall feel gives me that type of shit.
But like, do you feel some type of way if I were to say that this track is a bass music, like bass music?
It is bass music.
Yeah. Okay. So like, it's a form of bass music.
Like, bro, it's experimental bass, but I'm not I don't want to cop out and say it's experimental bass because it's not.
Yeah.
Because like, bro, it sits in the realm of like, yeah, I don't fucking know, bro.
No, I feel you. No, I get you. Like, music's gotten so crazy.
But like I said, I think they hopped in the studio saying, let's make something different, and that's what came out.
No,
and it's not necessarily bad, but that Trippie Redd track, Flame.
Being Panthers? Yeah,
Flame.
I like it.
Flame.
Yeah, I like it.
Fucking amazing. I like. Honestly, bro, if that's what Skrillex is gonna give me, bro, I'm down. I'm fucking down, bro. Let's just give me. Cause look, I feel like that track was more of like poppy, but like in different ways, you know, like it hits like a bunch of different elements and shit like that, and I feel like that track is very mainstream. Could be perceived as a mainstream, more hitting track.
Yeah, I can see it like on a TikTok reel, like, you know.
Yeah, same. Yeah, that's exactly what I see too.
I was getting one of those like.
But I still feel Skrillex. Like, you know, like, and I like that, and I think, and I'm just comparing this to Marshmello because he's the only other person in EDM that's kind of doing this on the same scale as a Skrillex. When Marshmello does it, I don't always hear Marshmello. You feel me?
Like you always just hear like it just seems like it's an EDM artist like just got like like the script like you're just a face to this record. And
yeah, exactly.
He's just like some shit.
But when I hear that, I hear Skrillex not even like it's not even like this is Skrillex. I'm like you always get that who is this? This is like this has to be someone or something. You feel me? Like it's not just a random, like, you know, it's not just a random.
It's not just like a random like beat that's laying around in the studio that just like any producer made. Like it has like it
has that like emphasis on okay. Yeah, like you're taking me somewhere here. I feel you.
This sounds familiar.
Yeah, exactly. It just has that, and not all EDM artists has that particularly. You know, well, I mean, not all EDM, not all mainstream EDM artists per se could have that. I'm trying to think who else.
But I mean, you brought up a good point. You know, Flume like does a really great job like still being able to push it to the masses
Yeah, and
and
push
still
boundaries and
and
future base.
and still push like because look like his recent album that he just pushed like dude it's still flume
And
like,
it
it's
wasn't
modern
nominated
shit.
for an album in electronic, bro. It's stupid. I think it's fucking stupid, and I think like they're wrong. My bad.
No, you're good, you're good. But this is all hinting to an album,
Hey,
right?
bro, look, I think we should apply for press passes at the Grammys.
Okay.
Show up, and I'm gonna have my Kanye moment.
what
I
are you
promise
gonna
you,
say?
bro. Flume had the best album of 2022.
Aw, damn.
Fuck out of here, and then give it back to whoever. Like, come on, bro.
All right,
That's so
David.
disrespectful.
All right, David Guetta, come get your award now.
That's so fucking disrespectful, bro. I just don't understand. I just don't understand.
I mean, it's the Grammys, bro.
We need an EDM award show, bro. That's what we need.
Mm. We should host them.
Let's do it.
Yeah, because
I'm
if
so
SoundCloud's not
fucking
gonna
down.
do it,
SoundCloud. But the thing is, like, SoundCloud wouldn't do it because we're just one demographic of SoundCloud, you know?
true.
Like, one small demographic for SoundCloud, you feel me?
How big is SoundCloud?
It's
really,
fucking
bro?
big, bro. Like, think about it. People in other countries use that shit
Like,
for their style of music. That's
get you.
not EDM.
mm-hmm.
Like, there's Dutch people on that shit that are, like, putting fucking Dutch music on. I don't know what Dutch music is, but, like, you feel me? Like, there's, like, Russian people putting Russian music on it, and, you know?
You ever come across those tracks on SoundCloud?
Yeah.
Like it's like different language, like weird
It's just, like, chanting.
song structures that like structures of keys that you have never like really like heard.
A lot of
yourself.
Arab shit or, like I want to say it's Hindu shit, like
like Middle Eastern,
yeah,
like
all that
Asian
shit.
type of like.
Yeah.
No, it kind of it's really interesting whenever I come across those tracks on SoundCloud and.
Do you ever hear bangers like that?
I mean, it's fuck.
Imagine like you're listening to one of those tracks and like you don't like it, but it's a fucking slapper,
Like you
bro.
see, like the numbers are hitting and the comments are like different language.
busting,
It's
bro.
a different language, but like it's like different language fire emoji, different language fire. Like damn, that shit like.
And you're just like, is this really flame right now?
No, because I think about how. Yeah, SoCal, bro. Like, yeah, there's like a good community for dance music, but like another area, like it could be either more bigger or more smaller for dance music. But in other areas, like it's just for in a different genre, it's way more popping. So when you come across like SoundCloud, like in EDM, like for sure you have like your big cities that are pressing play on that shit. But on SoundCloud, you even got like those like different tracks where it's not EDM and it's like different language, and you see like the engagement, you see like the hype on it. You're like, damn, like there's something going on about this genre, like, and I think that's something that's cool about SoundCloud that kind of gives a nice perception on like how you think a certain style of music is going, because like they have like the comment button, right? They have the repost, they have the like, so it's just so many ways to like show the artist that you're messing with the track. And
you know it's like, okay, I'm about to give you guys some sauce right now. You probably know this, but a lot of people probably don't know this. So, and this is how I search for music, and this is how I always know like to find new shit like maybe no one's really heard yet, and like I always curate my set with new shit, right? So like you said, you go to Related and whatnot, and the way I search is I go to, whenever I want to hear new music, I go to the most recent track that I know is a banger that came out. So maybe it was a month ago, right? Or maybe it came out 3 months ago, right? When you go to that Related section, it's going to give you tracks from 3 months ago, 4 months ago, and past. And then maybe it'll give you a track from 2 months ago. And maybe it's a banger. And if you think, okay, maybe it's not really a banger, but it might give me some cool Related tracks, go to that most recent one. The more you go to the most recent Related, right, it will give you more recent Related. So once you start hitting like a banger that has like, that was released like 10 days ago or whatever,
yeah,
go to that Related section. and it's gonna give you the most recent bangers, bro. Like,
Mhm.
and I don't know if a lot of people know that or not, but that's how I fucking go through that shit, and that's how I know, like, oh, okay,
Yeah. I think you're
okay,
giving way too
bet,
much sauce, bro.
huh?
Giving way too much sauce, bro. Chill.
My bad, bro.
I mean, you
My
can
bad,
this.
bro.
No.
I could cut that. All right, we cutting it.
Nah,
We cutting
nah.
it. Check out our Patreon if you want any of those.
Or just
That's how we
hit us
cut
up in the DMs. Fuck those Patreon fees. Just hit us up in the DMs.
Oh, true, huh? Facts. We could shoot a deal like.
Deal, to the DMs and shit.
You're right, fam. You're right. True.
No,
Different prices for different people. You feel me?
no, I have. True that though.
Big facts.
I've noticed that pattern in the algorithm of SoundCloud.
You gotta be deep to know this, bro. That's insane that we know that. I hope you know that shit, bro.
Dude, I know SoundCloud shortcuts, bro. That's how like if I want to get to the drop, I know what key to hit, like on the keyboard.
Bro, I know just by a waveform where the buildup is and where the buildup ends. I know where the fucking bridge starts. Like, I know if it's not the drop. That's how fucking insane this shit is, bro. Like, it's not right.
Yeah, but going back to the whole Skrillex thing, this is all hinting towards an album.
For sure.
Right? Like, this can only just be that he's...
Okay, well...
How soon do you think he could be releasing this album?
Hold on. Let's break this down. Like, really break... Do you think it's for sure an album?
No, I don't. I think it's something big, but I don't know if it's an album.
Let's listen to that first fucking snippet he put out. Was that how many tracks? Or was that just those two tracks that we listened to?
I mean, I feel like it just sounded like several tracks that was being played. Because I heard that one track that's like, it sounds like that banger, that like drum trap, like I heard that like a part of that teaser. So that's what like that I consider.
You want to listen to it?
Like, yeah, I'm down. Yeah, sure. Yeah, why not? Yeah, but. So you're talking about that teaser, right? Where it was like a compilation of all this music he mashed, like real quick.
Yeah.
So I heard that's one of those tracks that I heard that where like he's been dropping it in his tracks. Like when he's dropping like those bangers, that's like one of those bangers that I think it's a banger. That's one of the bangers like he drops in his sets. That like tribal drum track type of feel.
Yeah, like okay, so
like that's the thing. I just don't know if he's gonna be doing like because there's been rumored that he's gonna do 2 albums.
Rumored by who though? Exactly.
Several blogs like have been like fucking speculating this shit. So there's been rumors of 2, just 1 album, it's compilation. So I mean, that's like you see how those words say DGTC like.
Let's listen.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we haven't heard that yet. Haven't heard that. Not that. I think we heard a little bit of that. Not that. We heard Rumble. We haven't heard that.
See, that's the banger right there. See, so like that's what we all want to hear.
So like, I think
it's a bit of both, bro.
It's replaying now, right? Okay.
I think it's gonna be a bit of both.
So, bro, I think he's blue ballsing us right now.
I think it's gonna be a bit of both. I think he's gonna be doing a little service for us that what we wanted, like the banger underground shit, and then he's obviously like the 2 tracks that we've gotten. For me, it definitely fits like the criteria for like pop, like mainstream, and like if he is gonna be releasing something bigger, then I can see why he's probably holding off on like those type of tracks, like of what we heard, like the banger that I was telling you about. That makes a lot more sense for sure that he's holding off on these tracks for like the much more.
It's still early, bro. Like, when do you think he's gonna drop, bro?
Dude, I think okay. So if I had to guess,
what's more? Guess, go ahead.
No, what's more? What? Yeah. Wow.
And what would be more impactful? I'm thinking summer. I'm thinking he's gonna drop June, July, maybe.
No, I was thinking about the same, bro. Summer,
May, June.
Yeah, but if I wanted to like throw out a month, the way he's like playing this shit out like on this pace, we could see something as early as May. Maybe. I like to think probably May.
I just don't know if he would drop first quarter. Does that make sense? Could
It
he
does make
drop in
sense.
first quarter and let that shit last all year? Because I think
Well, okay. Let's
possibly.
talk about Jack U. Oh, let's talk about the Jack U.
Festival season, that was summer.
That came out like the Jack U thing. That was in August, like around August.
That was before
His shit
August.
came out. So July, June.
I
July,
think
July.
that
He usually happens
album-
July and August. Like he did like in June, right? That Jack U album. It was a summer. It was a summer anthems for sure.
Yeah.
So, I mean, regardless, it was during that summer for that album. It was cracking during that summer. I mean, I think in general, I think for like artists, right? I think like the summer is like a really great time to release music. I think that's like when the most time like music is being streamed because people are going out, establishments are
Well, it's
playing.
good for some people who make summer music.
Oh, that is true.
You
Well,
feel
yeah,
me?
depending on the kind of music you make, yeah, that is true. I mean, I do
Like,
like
no
to
one
think,
wants to be sad in the summer. You feel me?
I do like to think that we don't. The more we get away from the winter, the more music comes out. I mean, yeah, for sure. Like when winter, I mean, we've seen it this past winter. Like, you even see people talk about like, yeah, like just chilling this during this winter, like just working on for the
Same.
shit this upcoming month. Like, so it's like, yeah, that makes a lot more sense. I think that'd be the smartest approach to release that album is like during that time, like in the summer. Um, I can see that. I can see that happening in the summer. I hope. I hope this year, bro. Because I mean, Skrillex just does this thing where
Yeah.
it's a
yeah.
record or two, and then like third
Dips.
one if we get lucky, and then a year or two until we hear about him. So,
Yeah.
I
Nah,
mean,
it looks like
but,
he has a plan.
But yeah. But here's the thing. It seems like he's already released a clip of other records that we might be hearing. Like you just played a little clip from his Instagram, man.
Nah, there's shit coming this year, bro.
And I think it's an album, bro. I like to think it's an album.
Maybe it could be an album and an EP.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
Or maybe just 2 EP. Bro, if he gives us EPs, bro, I'm going to be pissed. If he only gives us EPs, I'm going to be pissed as fuck, bro.
So at least one album.
I want an album, bro. I want a Skrillex album. I want a Skrillex album, bro. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I want a Skrillex album.
That's fair, bro. Because he hasn't had an album since.
Don't
Doesn't
give me
that
no
count Jack
fucking
U?
EP, bro.
No, that doesn't
Please.
count Jack U.
Like, as much as I'm going to love it and I'm going to listen to it and I'm going to repeat it, I just want a full body of work from Skrillex right now. Like, I want to see what the evolution of the most penitential artists in bass music progresses to, bro. Like, I want to see where that goes, like, in a full body of work, bro. Like, where you could really dissect, like, an artist type shit, like, almost, I just want to hear that. I want to fucking hear that, bro. I want to see what the fuck that looks like or sounds like and looks like, bro, because, like, if you're once you get to that level of artistry, bro, it's art in all aspects. You feel me? And even the shows type shit. So I want to know what that Skrillex experience in 2023 is, bro. Like, it's been a minute, bro.
Yeah,
it's been a minute.
We got a little taste, right? I guess Rumble.
I don't want an EP, bro. Don't do it to us, bro. Please.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, don't jinx
I
it,
don't
bro.
know.
Fuck it. Album.
I'll fade Skrillex up right now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. That's the mobile in me, fam.
That's the mobile. I'm done. Well, look, man. We already got 2 records out. I think in the summer we'll be getting the album. Well, dude, just from what we heard, how many tracks you think we're looking at?
Ooh,
Just
I
from
think
just from this clip we heard.
Okay, let me guess.
I'm gonna say 15. If it's an album. I wanted to say 12 for some reason. But I
wish he gives us a 12 or 13.
Track
I
album.
wish, bro. Maybe 14. I'm down for 14, bro. I'm down for 14, but I think he's going to give us more.
Okay.
I think he's going to go the whole, like, that's a lot.
Any familiar voices that you heard in this clip?
I'd have to hear it again, but yeah.
Oh.
The fuck, I can't remember, but
Yeah, because I mean, it seems like
sounds
he's
like
working
some
with a lot of art.
mainstream
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, he's already had Pink Panthers. He's got
Trippy Red,
Trippy Red.
and that track, like again, I'm
Yeah.
gonna say it again. That track's fire.
Who would you like to see Skrillex collab with? Like before he calls it quits, like in his career. Like, is there anyone that you would like to see him?
Borgward.
Oh wow, okay. No, I mean, okay, yeah, yeah, for sure. We're at Skrillex. They never had a collab together, had they? I don't think so.
Borgward, I think, remixed one of his tracks, if that counts, or bootlegged one of his tracks, whatever.
I think it's a form of collaboration. I believe. If you got the stems, yeah, I think so.
I
Yeah,
don't think he got this shit.
I believe so. I think it's a form of collaboration.
No, I want to say they might have a track together, but I don't know. I doubt it, bro. I doubt it. Borgward and Skrillex, like,
Hey, but everyone and their mamas made flips and
fucking
bootlegs to
of
Rumble.
Rumble. You gonna do it?
Uh,
I'm gonna do it to the other track.
the Pink Panthers one.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try.
It's interesting.
I don't know what'll come out of it, but I mean that sounds like a good idea, right?
I remember, yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I think everyone's just kind of eating the ass out of Rumble, bro. Like everyone's not really doing. Everyone's not paying attention to the. I haven't heard anyone really talk about.
Well, it just came out today.
Trippie Redd
Type
one.
yesterday. Today.
No, but compared to like the anticipation for both tracks, because they were fairly released like around the same, like within the same time frame, like a day or two before the release.
You know what's crazy? I think they fucked up somehow. Like, so one of their streaming services fucked up to where the same day Rumble dropped on Skrillex's YouTube, the next day or the day before, I think it was the same day, bro, that he announced Rumble was dropping. After it dropped, that the track with Trippie Redd also dropped like a couple hours later. But like, cause and it's crazy because I was listening to it too, and it got taken down, and I was like, what the fuck?
So you heard it, and you're thinking that when you heard it, like it wasn't even supposed to be out.
And I think a lot of people heard it like that, and it wasn't supposed to be out because I seen the post that he had posted on his Instagram.
The same day Rumble came out.
Yeah, and I seen the post on his Instagram saying, "Oh, in 2 days or in a day or whatever, this track is coming out or whatever. Or I'm having another track come out." But that track had already came out, and then they took it down.
Damn.
So I think like that kind of fucked up whatever that was trying to roll out. I don't know. Something happened. I just know something fucking happened.
Have you ever caught an artist slipping like on SoundCloud? When they uploaded something on SoundCloud, or they forgot to put something on private, and then they put like you heard some track, and then 10 minutes later, like it was just taken away. Like it was like you can't really see it no more. Like it was just some shit that you heard.
Yeah.
Like you ever caught artists slipping like that? Because
I think it happens a lot.
It's happened to me. Like I personally have forgotten to like hit private. Yeah, and then like I remember someone hit me up like, "Hey, bro," like someone actually hit me up, and I wasn't even supposed to have it on public. And they're like, "Hey, bro, I didn't know you were supposed to release music today." I'm like, "I didn't." He's like, well, check your SoundCloud." He's like, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like fuck. But thanks for letting me know because I wasn't supposed to release something, and I think that happens a lot in SoundCloud. I think that's like a great place to catch artists slipping. It's on SoundCloud when you want to get those unreleased demos. I think it's already happened like a couple of times, like this year for me, 2023, where I'm just like on the newsfeed and I see an artist like upload something. I'm like, oh, for sure, this is tight, and like it's not even like the metadata is not even like logged in as if it's like ready for release. It's just like it's raw. It's very raw, like unorganized, and you're like, oh shit, like, and it's crazy when you got the experience in SoundCloud. You know when like it looks like accidental upload. You're like, oh damn, like this looks like it wasn't even supposed to be. Just like when you had that, like, yeah, when you heard the Skrillex track, you're like, damn, I don't even think this is supposed to be out yet, type shit. Like,
I seen it and I was like, and then it was on Skrillex's YouTube channel. I was like, no way. And I clicked on it and I was like, oh, fuck. Like, this is the actual track or an actual track. And then I went over to his Instagram page and he was like, yeah, in 2 days, I'm going to drop this one. Or like tomorrow or something, I'm going to drop this track. And I'm like, he posted this 6 hours ago. This isn't adding up, and I'm like, Rumble dropped today.
Okay, so here's another question that's forming up in my head right now that we're talking about Skrillex dropping an album this year. Tour? Maybe this year? from off of that album if it happens this year, or you think he'll let the album ride out?
I think
the
he'll
year?
do festivals, right?
Okay.
And then I think maybe next year he'll do a tour.
The album tour.
Yeah. I
Okay.
think he'll do that.
Okay.
I think I'll do that.
Okay.
That
yeah,
sounds cool.
Yeah, it looks like he's already playing a lot of shows.
I think he's gonna milk the fuck out of like just the album right now, not the tour.
Yeah.
I think bro. Like, I think about what he just did right now. He dropped a track with Fred again, and he dropped a track with Trippie Redd. Fred again's going up. Fred again's everywhere. So Skrillex can show up everywhere Fred again's at, and Fred again's gonna be like, hell yeah. Yeah. Right? So he doesn't need to go on tour right now. He just need to be popping up in front of the popping people.
Right.
Who's popping right now? Oh, I get it. I get why he dropped this track. Or like it makes sense to me now that I'm like talking more.
Why he chose this track?
Why he chose Fred again? Why he chose Fred again?
On this collab.
Not for this collab, but like this track to start the year. Like
to write out that to take advantage of that.
To take advantage of Fred again's fucking bro. Like and Fred again's getting booked for everything right now. Everything. Hey, so Skrillex now. Hey, Lamau, what's up? We're gonna be seeing Skrillex at almost every Fred against set, every major Fred against set. Just look out for Skrillex, man. And if I'm wrong, I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, because I believe he's playing Porter Robinson's festival.
And check this out.
This year.
One of those tracks we heard, ISO and Skrillex track.
Oh, I think so too. I think I've seen a clip live of.
I heard it.
Those two. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I heard.
I think it sounds very both of them.
Mm-hmm.
If you're talking about the clip where they get on the table and like they're both like.
Yep.
During the drop, bro, I hear the sound. I'm like, this sounds like very much both of them.
Mm-hmm.
The synth sounds very ISO.
Bro, what did ISO say that night? Dude. He was like, he said some shit, but no, I think I was reading comments type shit. I don't want to repeat it. Never mind.
If we're talking about that same clip, that track, I'm hoping that track's in the fucking album.
It will be. Nah, bro, it will be. Bro. There's no fucking way that... I'm telling you, look, in the next batch of Skrillex releases, and I think we'll get that in a month or two, maybe. I think the ISO track's going to be in it. I think that's how he's probably going to drop it. Like, he's going to drop a couple tracks here and there and then drop the album.
I think it was a smart choice to get a collaboration started with Homeboy.
It sounds banging. Smart. Smart, bro. It's just a smart thing to do. And like especially if you hear Fred again set, like that's gonna be an impact. Like once you hear that song, like it just shifts momentum in a Fred again set. I think coming from what he normally plays to that. I mean, Turn Off the Lights is cool and all, but like. I mean, it's still different, but like, I don't know. It just makes sense to me, like promotion wise. Like, okay, Fred again is gonna give me hype.
I mean, what does it say? What does that say though about a lot of people that were trying to do a bunch of, and they're still doing a bunch of bootlegs and flips of this current release? Like,
bro,
like they're just trying to like. Make a different version of it, right? Like they're not thinking that like this could be better, like right? Like you're just thinking that like, I could just spice it up a bit.
They're just putting their flip on it, bro. I don't know. Like why do you remix the song?
I mean, it could be several reasons. But the main reason is because I like the track and I think I can make it I could definitely like flip it into something else that's like not that current version, like make a different version of it that will be more of like more of my liking. Cause I could like a track, but we can still be like, like the way I am, like I probably would have liked if like the drums were hitting louder or shit like that. So that's like one of the reasons why I do like flips or like remixes, because I'm like, like this is a cool track, I like it, but I think that if I were to like get in there and like maybe switch around the drums or the synth or the vocal, like I could tune it to the way I want. Like I see the vision for this track, and then it's just the artistry talking like to me about like doing a remix That's usually my main remix. Like I like the track and um I just have a different vision that I think that I could appeal and like satisfy like these other creative senses that I have for that track. I know a lot of people they make like bootlegs and flips because they don't like how the arrangement is for the track. So they believe that, oh yeah, I'm this is my bootleg. Like I definitely like remodified it. Like I made it better. So I know there's that motive from other people. Like they make flips or bootlegs because they don't like the current composition of it, so they try to revamp it, as what they say. Um, yeah, I know some people didn't like the like how Rumble came out, so I know a lot of people were just hopping on this shit like, yeah, like I'm gonna like you said, like I like because so many people didn't like I'm talking about more for like the in the like underground, right? Like the underground producers and artists that or maybe wanting to get like more like the underground approach. I think like that gave them more of a motivation and an incentive to like start their own flips because they wanted to get like that grittiness of the underground. So I think that was like I think that was like the motive, like one of the biggest motivations like from the underground producer community is that they started doing these bootlegs and flips to get like
I don't
that
know why, like
underground
you
feel.
talking about that shit, and then me seeing all the flips and all the people that dropped it, like it triggers, not triggers me, but I'm just like, damn, a lot of trash music got released today, bro, and not just Skrillex shit. Pause. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Nah,
Nah, but like I'm like, fuck, bro. Like y'all.
because like when their song comes out, there is like a certain amount of flips on the day that gets released because
Like,
it's trending, right? But
Is it
there was
gonna
a
benefit the culture, fam? Like, did you really do something, or did you just like ride the hype? I get it. Fuck it, ride the hype, bro. Ride the hype. It's a good. It's a good thing. Yeah.
no, it's a good nah, bro. Like
So like,
it's
I don't know, like the reason. So, because I asked you like, why do you do remixes, bro? Whenever I do a flip or something, I do it because when I hear it, that shit gives me energy, and I'm like, oh, I want to flip this energy. I want to ride this energy too. Let's see what the fuck is up.
Right.
That's why I flip shit because it gives me energy. So I'm like,
um,
oh, okay, let's go. Let's like we cooking now. Like it's just an energy thing. I'm damn sure a lot of these people didn't get no type of let's go type of beat from this shit. I know they heard this and it was like you were saying almost, but it's I'm just so sad to see like at the end of the day, y'all touched a Skrillex track. Do you not understand what the fuck you just did, bro? Like I'm not like, and I'm being honest, bro. Like as a fucking producer, as a Skrillex fan, like, do y'all understand what the fuck y'all just did?
okay,
Because if that track is nothing but fucking amazing, you disrespected Skrillex, bro. Like, and I'm just whatever, bro. Whatever, bro. And maybe like, hey, nah, do whatever you want, bro. Like, nah, fuck that. I'm not. Disrespect, bro. Disrespect. Don't fucking talk to me about that, bro.
bro. It's crazy to me how I was seeing clips of people making the flips before the actual audio came out, bro. I was tripping out. I'm like, bro. First off, what are you working off of? Like, like what is your reference of audio for this track? Because the full audio is not out, and I've not heard of any reports of any leak. So that's just like, damn, these motherfuckers already.
Nah,
had
they heard that snippet in the fucking clip drop and just took that little
Yeah,
sample.
they were just getting started on the drops.
They just used Killers in the Jungle.
Yeah, they were just getting ready for the drop, and then once the actual audio came out, they just worked on that part, and yeah, crazy. I mean, I'm not opposed to that shit. Like, if people want to like
Nah,
make
bro,
their own,
but
like flips to it, but
I know some people.
it was a lot of it was a lot of people, like, for sure. Like, when I get it, like I get you, bro. Like, it's like
Take your time
wanna,
at least,
people
bro.
wanna like. It's like one of those things where like, oh, you gotta do it like right now. Like it's like this is what's being talked about right now. Like,
you don't.
people are trying to, yeah, and like I feel like if you were one of those producers that made a flip like right now, I just feel like if you would have waited maybe a week or two, I think it would have gotten more eyes because there's so many flips of that. Like, it's just gonna get buried, Um, and we're talking about SoundCloud, bro, because we're talking about flips. You're really just playing this back on YouTube or
And
SoundCloud.
TikTok, bro. Honestly,
I
bro,
would
at
say
this,
TikTok too.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie, bro. Like TikTok is a big form of new music, finding new music. And I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people like hearing remixes of new music on TikTok, like to videos and shit. Like prime example is the fucking the Oliver Tree track. Bro, that whole sped up like version of it popped, bro. More than the fucking original did because of TikTok type shit. And a lot of people found it off of fucking TikTok. You
I
feel
believe
me?
that. Yeah, for
And
sure.
now I'm just like, bro, like a lot of people are just finding remixes of fucking popping tracks on TikTok.
Mhm.
That's a good form of releasing music because technically you could release at least minute snippets of music on TikTok and it'll be like
Yeah,
an actual release where people could reuse the fucking
the
audio.
sound.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just like, that's insane. And then all you gotta do is upload it to a streaming site and people are gonna look for it now because they're
Yeah,
gonna see the fucking snippet and like that's one of the most biggest ways of promoting music right now and it's fucking insane. And like I don't know, you just can't discount TikTok now when it comes to music streaming platforms. Like unfortunately, TikTok is a music streaming platform along with the video streaming platform. Although they're not YouTube because YouTube is just one, bro. TikTok isn't just one because they separate the video from the audio. You could save the audio separate from the video. So that's music streaming now. Now you put yourself in the lane of we're music streaming because we have a whole section of just music catalog. You feel me? Like
Mhm.
they're a legit music streaming platform a lot. Well, aside from just being video.
Right.
And now I'm just like, fuck, like plus think about it this way. They're a music streaming platform with free advertisement. I mean, I might be stretching it a little bit.
Yeah, I get.
I'm
what you're
reaching
saying.
a little bit, but like in a sense, like that's pretty much what it is. Like
Yeah.
along with a cool video, because you know that's a big aspect of it too.
Mhm.
Like maybe it's a video thing with the streaming service on the side or whatever, but like the fact that you could do that, separate the fucking audio is it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I know. No, for sure. TikTok has been, just like those. It's just like the fucking machine where
And I would say
back then it was SoundCloud. Now, like you could go on TikTok and you can now come across
underground
those
bangers.
bangers. Yeah, because you got people now making those short form content. Like, oh, look what I came across this week, and it's like,
And people are always like looking for like new different sounds. Like that's what TikTok is, right? They want to have fresh new content with fresh new music and
yeah,
sometimes like new poppin' artists don't put out new mainstream poppin' hits all the time. So they gotta go look
right,
for underground remixes and shit like that for poppin' sound. Like, you know, it's just crazy to think about it like that.
uh,
But like I would say like I say TikTok more than like even Instagram because you could do that on Instagram too. But Instagram, they don't just have reels. It's not just reels.
yeah, it's like a little bit more.
There's just pictures too that don't have audio
Yeah,
in
no,
it. Type
and like
shit.
it's now with its collaboration with Facebook, like more integrated in it. Like, yeah,
It's,
it's not TikTok. It's two different things. Like,
TikTok was made for video
it's
audio.
Instagram is trying to compete right now with TikTok with the short form video content, but I just think that TikTok is just very, very ahead of that shit. Like, cause they've just been at it like for
Bro, TikTok is the thing now. Instagram is
audit.
behind. Instagram, Facebook, Instagram. That's MySpace right now, bro. You gotta think
Yeah.
about it right now. That's my like if you're still that's some MySpace shit right there, fam.
Like some people are saying like, and I agree too. I think
Same thing
people,
with Twitter.
I think people are music artists. They're kind of pushing away from like efforts on like their Facebook too, because like they just know that for Facebook, people are not really going there for like necessarily in this time to like search like new music or like stay updated on like artists. Like people, if people want to stay updated on an artist, they'll most likely like go to Twitter or Instagram or TikTok to get like more of that connection.
YouTube.
Or YouTube, yeah. And back then, Facebook was that platform. before like TikTok and Instagram got hella crazy with like how you or I mean YouTube's always been a thing around, but I remember back then like
Bro, Facebook's for the
like
baby mamas.
making your artist page and like people liking it, like that was like that. I feel like there was a time where fans were actually like making that engagement effort to like an artist page, but I feel like now people are not doing that. So many artists and management teams are not putting that much effort anymore into like like and certain platforms now when it comes to like growth for an artist. Like you said, TikTok is like the big platform now that you can see a lot of growth as a music artist. Like if you're pushing like that kind of content where people are trying to find different sounds, the underground style, where you normally find on SoundCloud.
It's crazy because like the sound that we're searching for, not even that we search for, oftentimes like as EDM producers and DJs, we're searching for underground sound, and it's weird because the crowd isn't looking for the underground sound. They're just looking for good music.
Yeah, like yeah,
And mainstream music, 9 times out of 10,
is what's
it's
the
good.
good
It's
music.
good
Yeah,
music, bro. Like
yeah,
good music is good music, right?
yeah.
And like even the way I make tracks, I think even the way you make tracks sometimes, like it's still catered underground. Like
Mhm.
I'm trying to like I'm not trying, but like it's back to Skrillex. He's a good example of making music that's not that
Okay.
catered to, and that's not underground structure type shit. You feel me? Like Skrillex has those tracks that have that underground format, but like it's not that structure. You feel me? But I think that's where we fuck. Where are we getting at? Like I forgot what we were getting at.
I mean, I wasn't too sure where you were trying to go with this, but
Fuck, I forgot. I was getting at something and then I forgot. But like, just I don't know, Skrillex, bro.
oh fuck! Look, bro, I just think that especially that what we heard from like the recent Skrillex releases is that I think that for a lot of us we might like even for me right now like I might even be judging too early like what this overall sound's gonna look for the bigger project because as we heard like from the clip this seems to be like some bangers that are like gonna be coming out. Like I heard like this banger that he's been dropping in his live sets that doesn't sound mainstream. Like it's some shit that you come across SoundCloud it's like oh it's some like it's a banger. um so I mean, for me, it's just kind of like I get what you're saying. When we make music, like we do make it with like we still try to make it to where like we like it and people have a general consensus to like it too. But we still try to give it like that underground like drop that underground like the shit that you it's not it's not mainstream for and it's not formulaic. I guess like
Yeah.
with mainstream like agenda. Like it's just underground, and I think that I think with Skrillex and the new stuff that he's been putting out, not necessarily formulaic, but it's not necessarily underground. Like it's just
He knows how to make it
yeah.
mainstream. There we go. That's what we were getting at. Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, well,
But okay, like I low-key don't want to talk about Skrillex anymore. I feel like we spent like almost an hour talking about Skrillex.
what has it been an hour?
I don't know, bro.
Oh, word. Bet.
How long has it been?
It's been an hour. Yeah, should we take a press?
Yeah, let's take a break. Let's take a break.
Yeah. All right.